and I would like to present my speech entitled Fast Food Leads to Obesity. Now, what is obesity? Obesity is like a disease that will affect the appearance, the productivity, and most of all, the health of a human being. Most people define obesity as having too much body fat. It is not the same as being overweight, which means weighing too much, because a person may be overweight from extra muscles, bones, or water, as well as having too much fat. Now, both terms means that a person's weight is higher than what is thought to be healthy for his or her health. Now, for example, have you ever heard the television series The Biggest Loser? Those people who participated in that show were suffering from obesity. And the weird thing is, most of them have something in common, besides the fact that they are obese. Researchers all over the world has come up with a conclusion regarding this matter, which is people these days cannot live without fast food. Now, fast food is nothing but an addiction. People nowadays are far too busy to cook their own food, so as a result, they tend to eat something that is easy to get, edible, and suits their taste buds. Nearly from its inception, fast food is designed to be eaten on the go, often does not require traditional cutlery, and it is eaten as finger foods. Now that is what people our era likes the most, easy and fast. They tend to have this lack of sense of awareness when it comes to keeping a healthy diet. Despite knowing the negative side effects of fast food, people tend to ignore it because of the overwhelming temptation and the insatiable lust towards brand names that has been ingrained in the mind since childhood. Now let us take a quick look how the famous fast food franchise McDonald's attract their customers. If you have ever noticed this before, the theme that McDonald's portrays is more on attracting children. The mascot, Ronald McDonald, is a clown that represents the franchise to attract the attention of young children. And I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with Happy Meals. It is a meal set for children that comes with free toys. Now, all of these successful attempts indirectly will encourage people to introduce McDonald's to their children. And by doing that, it will also affect the lifestyle of people nowadays. The convenience of having your food delivered directly to your doorstep with just a phone call can be such an obsession and trendy too. You do not have to drive your car to the franchise, rather you can just pick up your phone and dial the numbers. Can you see now what fast food has done to us humans? It actually encourages us to be lazy. And by lazy, I mean it eventually will lead us to be an obese. Obese is often perceived negatively by the larger community as people who lack of discipline and self-control. And because of that, obese are finding it difficult to find support group except among themselves, and thus drive to get back to shape is often dwindled over time because they lack the incentives to be accepted. Now, my cousin is an obese. When he was younger, my aunt, being a busy woman, didn't have the time to cook him some healthy food. So instead, she would give him money for him to buy his own food. So the easiest and the fastest way to grab one is obviously by buying fast food. So basically, he spent most of his childhood eating food such as burgers, snacks, instant noodles, and God knows what else he would fill his tummy with. And believe it or not, he has been an obese since he was merely 8 years old. And until now, he hasn't changed. But I did ask him why though. He told me that it is hard and that it takes a lot of discipline to really cut down those excess fat. It's not easy. So the best way to overcome the possibility of being an obese is to cut down on fast food. But to stop the habit completely may be difficult, because you can practically find fast food franchises at all corners of the world. And don't forget the commercials that keeps repeating over and over again on the television. So the temptation is pretty high. Correct me if I am wrong. Now I am a human being too. I can understand the urge to fulfill your taste buds. So that is why I strongly suggest that people should really reduce from taking fast food. I also think that people should really start reading the health content before eating anything. Know your limit in consuming any food is the best way to keep track of your health. So, fast food brings more bad than good. And one of the bad effects of fast food is obesity. We can see the difficulties that obese people have to face in their daily lives through the television series The Biggest Loser. Let us make that as something that we can reflect to ourselves. If we treat our body well, then our body will cause no harm to us in the future. Thank you.